Deep in a lush forest lived an old tiger. Her once bright stripes had faded and her teeth were worn. She was no longer strong enough to chase swift deer or mighty boar. The tiger grew thin and weak. Her stomach rumbled with hunger. She knew she had to find a new way to survive. The tiger remembered stories of animals outsmarting each other. An idea began to form in her cunning mind. She would use trickery to get the food she desperately needed. The tiger crawled to a clearing in the forest. She let out a loud, mournful groan. The other animals heard her cries and cautiously approached. They were surprised to see the mighty tiger looking so frail. "What troubles you, tiger?" asked a gentle deer, her eyes filled with concern. "Oh, my friends," the tiger croaked, her voice weak and shaky. "I can no longer hunt. I have decided to become a vegetarian, but I am too weak to gather food." The animals were initially wary, but the sight of the tiger nibbling on grass convinced them. They felt sympathy for their former predator. They agreed to bring her food each day. Every day, the animals brought fruits, berries, and roots to the tiger. The tiger pretended to enjoy the vegetarian diet. Secretly, she was storing away scraps of meat she had saved. She was waiting for the right moment to feast. Among the animals was a clever fox. He had always been wary of the tiger's cunning nature. The fox observed the tiger closely. He noticed that the tiger's eyes still glinted with a predatory hunger. He saw how she carefully hid scraps of meat under her paws. The fox suspected that the tiger was deceiving them. The fox decided to expose the tiger's lies. He knew he had to be careful. The tiger was still dangerous, even in her weakened state. Section 4. Unmasking the Truth. One day, the fox came to the clearing carrying a juicy melon. He pretended to trip and dropped the melon near the tiger's paws. As the melon rolled, it bumped against the hidden meat scraps, revealing them to the other animals. The animals gasped in shock. They finally saw the tiger's true nature. The tiger tried to explain, but the animals were furious. They felt betrayed by the tiger's lies. "You lied to us!" shouted the deer, her voice trembling with anger. "You pretended to be weak and helpless." Section 5. The animals unite. The animals realized they had been tricked. Their fear of the tiger vanished, replaced by a surge of courage. They surrounded the tiger, their eyes blazing with anger. The tiger, realizing her deception was exposed, tried to intimidate them with a roar. But her roar was weak and unconvincing. The animals stood their ground, emboldened by their unity and the truth. They charged at the tiger, driving her away from the clearing and back into the deep, dark part of the forest. The tiger, weakened by hunger and abandoned by those she had deceived, was left alone with her shame. Section 6. A lesson learned. The animals learned a valuable lesson that day. They learned that trust, once broken, is difficult to rebuild. They also learned that even the most cunning deceiver can be defeated by unity and truth. From then on, the animals of the forest were wary of those who appeared too good to be true. They learned to value honesty and trust above all else, knowing that true strength lay in looking out for one another.